Well, welcome. How was there no music with that? Or maybe there was music and I just didn't hear it. I don't know. This is a new setup, so maybe it's not there. I don't know. Sure, I can hear other things. Yep. Yes, I can. So, all right. Are rolling. Are rolling. Live from Anchorage, Alaska. Rethink Home Studios, right there. Goes up right there, doesn't it? All right. Well, I am your host for this festivities. Usually it says how many folks we have, but I don't do that. So it's live and recording. And I just got a whole bunch of notices on my phone blowing up. Oh yeah, I don't know why I can't see how many folks are here. Because there is no what it is. Anyway, all right. Week. What a crazy few days. If anybody thought the Karen Reed trial was insane, it just keeps getting worse. It keeps getting more and more insane. We get the McAlberts testifying, all of those folks. We get the early policemen with the solo cups full of blood, and we get the leaf blower guy, and we're thinking, gosh, man, what the defense said in their opening statements, as you know, you saw in my video last week. We did the opening statement video, and it's like, how much more can we go through with this trial? Oh, we had no idea how much more we could go through with this trial. And I don't even, hard to quantify in words. It's hard to express in words what we're actually living through with this weird trial. Honestly, I the multitasking here. The Trooper Buki on the stand. Uh, the whole video in the Sally Port being mirrored. And there's been a lot of talk about it. The thing that gets me is in your brain when you're looking at that video and you tell your brain that video is reversed, but you still look at it and you still see passenger side of the car as you're looking at it. Here, I got it up. One of the first things I wanted to go through was that video. So let's take a peek here real quick. And that's not what I want to do. I want to share. And entire screen. Okay. So we've got this car. And I mean, look at it, and that's the passenger side of the car. That's not the driver's side of the car. It's the passenger side of the car. I don't care how many times in your brain you tell yourself that that's the driver's side of the car. When you initially look at it, it's the passenger side of the car. And every juror that looks at that photo is going to say that's the, they have to remind themselves constantly that that is not the driver's side of the car. Let's see. Let's go back a few here because he was getting out of the car earlier. Let's see. There he goes. Yeah. So
I don't know what that's in
here he
reference
is
to.
getting out of the car.
But I'm allergic to cucumbers, so
This was Emily's first. And we walked through the video earlier.
I can
So this is the first thing that stands out in my mind of how
the video does
screwy this whole thing is. Just screwy. And then you come to find out that, oh no, it's reversed. And then this part coming up
stutter a bit. It is
where
a motion.
Proctor myself. Other than that, I don't remember
this part
exactly who else was present at this moment in time.
If you could start using the laser pointer before you just direct your attention to where you observe yourself and where you observe Trooper Proctor.
That's Trooper Proctor and myself. Yeah.
At any point in time when you were present with this vehicle in the Sally Port garage this evening of January 29, 2000.
This is at 5:37 on the time.
Yeah, those guys. Sorry, I've got to do one thing real quick so I can log into something. Put a code in. Hopefully, I'm not sharing the right. Oh. And hey. Wanted to log on to X and see how many folks were there. Go in so we can maybe see the chat room. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Wanted to log on. Yeah, I don't know how does the chat room work in Twitter X anyway. Oh, because you can't see it in my software. I can't see your messages if you do post the X. So I don't know if it's just posting replies or if it's what. But anyway, I've got it up. So if anybody posts a reply or wants to chat, we'll be right here. So this is the crazy part here. So we've got this. Mr. Trooper goes.
With this vehicle in the Sally Port
All right, let's go back to the laser part. So
other than that, I don't Trooper Proctor myself. Other than that, this moment in time.
If you could start using the laser pointer before you just
using the laser pointer, show us where you're at.
That's Trooper Proctor and myself. Yeah.
Okay, so he shined the laser pointer on himself or
that's Trooper Proctor and myself. Yeah.
He shined the laser pointer on the guy in the front. He shined the laser pointer on the guy in the front and said, "That is myself." So, what happens the next day? Okay, full screen. Hey, it's Discord. Go away to Discord. All right, so we get to the next day, and I haven't decided who I want to do that deck. So let's see. I think.
And invariable sidebars. So, law nerds, welcome. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what you're drinking. I have questions.
Okay, so I gotta pull up the script. Ever doing this on YouTube? Transcript is wonderful. So I think he said identified. Nope, I guess he didn't because there's no. So let's try identify. Proctor.
Looking for Mr. O'Keefe's baseball
guess.
cap.
Darn it, there was a part where they had the video up, so maybe it was early. Okay, that's his testimony. Okay, it was on cross.
As the attorneys are talking.
All right, sorry,
over
apologize.
Whatever that is. Why would that be so hard?
I cannot know. It's inverted, but that's the way it was presented collectively.
Though.
Can we play at this point?
Yes.
Why would you do it that way?
With the court's permission, I'd like to play
Oh, he smirked.
a portion of.
He said right rear damage.
Before we begin playing it, Mr. Bates, if you wouldn't mind, may I inquire, Your Honor, of
Number on the bay.
Sergeant, do you recognize this as being the video that we saw yesterday?
It does look accurate.
Yep.
So I wanted to get to the point because he denied saying. I think he said that's not correct. Not correct. That I know this is kind of boring, but the process I go through is why it takes hours to get this stuff here. But I got to figure out where that is.
McCabe and Ms. Roberts.
Okay, so we're still in direct here. Sorry. All right, we're still in direct. Let's get to the point where we're in cross.
For the ring account associated with this.
Okay, so maybe it was the day of 22. Actually, maybe it was.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. It's Monday.
Okay, so yeah.
I can't.
Hang on. I think it was the next. I think I'm on it. I think it's here. It is this day. Ooh. Found a thing. Oh no, there's no transcription. You're kidding me. The transcription. That is not cool. Okay.
Imagine how nice it must be for the defense.
Just, and I may ask the court for relief in just a moment.
Steel City, I think the defense did. Steel City said if a
In just
I believe was what Dave.
I'm sorry.
M22. Dave Matthews has
All right,
very
because he
rarely
put it.
covered.
Yep, right here. I think.
I believe it was a different time, but
Lally asked you
The front license plate.
point at which it was paused when Mr. Lally asked you to identify the individuals in the
Yes,
correct?
yes. Here it is. I got it.
I believe it was a different time, but
I'm just gonna. Albert asked in the super chat, both doorways look like one is daylight and the other is.
Gotta figure out if anybody
definitely
caught
daylight.
this because he
To me,
shined. We saw that he
seems to be where
shined the
tow truck
light.
is pointing, like where the
Shine the
tow truck is
light on
pointing, there might be
himself
a
and
light
on
out
Proctor
there,
and
as
said,
it is getting dark and the snow is basically falling
"This
into
is
the
me.
Sally-
This is
Sally Port. Yeah, it's
Proctor.
coming-
This is
it's
Proctor.
definitely
This is
coming in
me."
that way, and later in this video we see the wind.
All right, so where are we
coming
at here?
in
We are
that
at
way.
30 minutes
TK,
in,
we
so
are doing
30
a members
minutes.
only live tomorrow, so there's no court
Day
tomorrow, but we're
22.
doing a members only live and a members only podcast recording. We have lots.
That's when
We
Buki
have lots to do tomorrow. They don't have court tomorrow.
says, "No, that's
Weird
not
show,
me."
I'm not sure.
Do you remember using your green laser pointer, pointing at the person in the back and identifying that person as Trooper Proctor, and then pointing at the person in the front, screen right, mistakenly as you? You remember that?
I remember indicating where the individuals would be, yes.
Okay. And so, do you have the green laser pointer with you?
I do.
Could you point at the location where you see Trooper Proctor?
Show me where Proctor is.
I do not know specifically right now
bet
if
Proctor
that
is
is
the
Trooper
next
Proctor
witness?
in the behind the vehicle.
All right, so
But
that's
when
what I want.
Mr. Lally asked me to indicate where we would be, it was in this location here.
You're
That's
indicating
not what you said, homie. That's not what you said. Gosh. Not what he said. All right, let me get it up on a different. Let's see. Go to Brandy. Okay, so and we are at. Hold up. See that? Okay, so day 21 is what I want. I want day 21.
Sustained.
When he says point out, go ahead and open up the transcript and control F. So pointer, laser pointer. Five hours into it. Oh, no. Okay, there we go.
The vehicle.
who's that on the left?
Oh, no, that's. Oh, it was day 20. All right, never mind. Day 20. Day 20. I got it. Day 20.
What's your
So go transcript. And this transcript thing is so easy. So fun to work with. All right, pointer. Oh, I think it's right there.
plate on there now? Has been
Okay. There we go.
Who else was present at this moment in time?
If you could start using the laser pointer before you just direct your attention to where you observe yourself and where you observe the problem.
That's Trooper Proctor and myself. There.
Yeah, no, it's I make a lot of notes. I have to make a lot of notes. So, but it's coming back to me now here.
At any point in time when you were present,
Proctor and myself. That's Trooper Proctor and myself. There.
Proctor and myself.
Toward the rear of the SUV.
It was when Mr. Lally asked me to. I
Look,
be yes.
okay. And so for that screen, find that person is Trooper. Green laser pointer pointing at the person in the back and identifying that person as Trooper Proctor, and then pointing at the person in the front, screen right, mistakenly, understandably, mistakenly as you. You remember that?
I remember indicating where the individuals.
As person back.
I'm not sure.
Lots to do tomorrow. Only live, and there's only live that way.
I
Definitely coming
know
in
he
from
asked. I know he's
with
just,
a
he basically come out and said,
delay
no, that's not
in
correct.
this super.
But
In the video, asked you to identify the individuals in the video, correct?
I believe it was a different time, but
Excuse me, they can ask for and go back and per your rant and on this saying
Ah,
situation did
Ask the court for
and Las Vegas.
day would be 6. It's the same video that you were. I'd like to take a quick look at that with the court's permission at 4:46. May I publish that?
Yes.
This is 4:46. It's the same video that you were shown by Mr. Lally. We're at runtime about 5:37 and 05 p.m. I'm sorry, I said runtime. I meant time of day. Thank you. As a matter of fact, the time of day would be most easily seen right down here. Although.
Okay, fun fact M22. Dave Matthews has very rarely covered Sweet Caroline. Foxborough, I believe, was one of them. If not, I believe Fox.
Correct.
I believe it was a different time, but
I'm just gonna. Albert asked in the super chat, both doorways look like one is daylight and the other is dead.
I thought for sure he said no. Just basically said no. I didn't identify him as that. I'm gonna have to keep looking because that really stuck out. Michael Proctor. I don't even want. I don't even think we can get into like getting video clips of Proctor because of I gotta edit those. Our channel is not monetized yet, so we obviously can't just be throwing it out there. All of those words, all of the naughty, nasty words. So I think I'm gonna probably have to. Yeah, you remember he did. He said no, I didn't do that. So maybe okay. So let's go back. Okay, so we're at day 20. Day maybe it was the first part of cross-examination. I gotta find it because yeah, you saw it too. He did that. I know he did. That. Excuse me.
This is at 5:37 on the timestamp.
Yeah, so this is 20. Okay, so day 21. Day 21.
nothing.
All right. Do we have a transcript? Yes. Okay, so that's the testimony. Maybe it was the very same day. Okay. It was the very same day.
I just know that Trooper Proctor was wearing a black hat.
Yes, it was the same. He did. He did it on the same day. He did it on the same day.
Passenger door, that's the driver's side facing us.
This scene were you and Trooper Proctor, correct?
That is not correct. There was 2 individuals in the
Not
rear of the
correct.
vehicle.
I knew it. I knew he did that. Sorry, I had to. I heard myself pop through the other mic real quick there, so I'm just going to mute it since it's just me tonight. I knew he did it. I knew it. All right. Now, okay. So it wasn't all right. Yeah, it wasn't the same day. It was the next day. All right, leave that there, and I gotta find these spots, and then I'm gonna go through and look at some of the other ones. Yeah, no, I did too. I remember him saying it. I know I remember him saying that. No, I didn't do that. Yeah. So okay, so
of night, the daylight.
the wrong one. Darn it. All right, so day 22. All right, day 20.
Garage this evening of January 29th.
There we go. Okay. Day 20, right there. Day 20. Taking notes, see, notepad. Day 20, 5 hours and 33 minutes. Team. And that is direct. Just pull up.
Present at this moment in time.
If you could start using the laser pointer before you
It's
just direct
it's so freaking nuts.
yourself and where you observe Trooper Proctor.
That's Trooper Proctor and myself there.
And then, oh, and of course, I don't have it. Okay, so that was day 20. And then day 21.
In the rear of the vehicle.
Passenger door, that's the driver's side facing us.
In this scene were you and Trooper Proctor, correct?
That is
Not correct. There was 2 individuals in That's Trooper Proctor and myself there.
Were you and Trooper Proctor?
Passenger door, that's the driver's side facing us.
In this scene were you and Trooper Proctor, correct?
that is
Not correct. There was
Okay, so day 21, I got, so that's another thing I'm looking at. As you heard Emily talk just right at that moment. And so we really want clean copy. So now that we know where they're at, we can go to day 21. Know that that's like 2. All right. So it's going to be somewhere here. It's just going to depend on when, when she started versus when Emily started. Okay, let's find the Sallyport video. Go.
I just know that Trooper Proctor was wearing a black hat.
Now we're on it. Now we're on it.
Yeah, near the taillight.
I can't tell because of the what the head is. I just know that Trooper Proctor was wearing a black hat.
Okay, so I got to go back a little more.
You indicated that the 2 individuals. Yesterday, when you testified, you indicated that the 2 individuals in this scene were you and Trooper Proctor, correct?
Not correct. There was 2.
That's a clean copy. All right. We're going to record that one. Back 15 seconds. 10 seconds should be fine. Record. Play, move the mouse.
You indicated that the 2 individuals in this scene were you and Trooper Proctor, correct?
Not correct. There was 2 individuals in the rear of the vehicle. I shined my light to. That was me and Trooper Proctor.
You see Trooper Proctor toward the
Okay. All right. Now go and yeah, day 20, day 20.
At any point in time when you were present.
Okay, we need to go back a little bit. All right. And full screen. Forward. Oh, nope.
Proctor myself. Other
Up.
other than that,
All right. I want to get rid of this. I have a habit of leaving up the search box. And then, it doesn't really matter on the video, but it does to me because I see the
present at
search box
this
on the
moment
video.
in time.
If you could start using the laser pointer before you just direct your attention to where you observe yourself and where you observe Trooper Proctor.
That's Trooper Proctor and myself. Yeah.
At any point in time.
Okay. And then let's just go get one more. Who do we want? Let's get what Andrea's had. Okay, so that's a day 20. Have a couple to choose from.
Jumped.
All right, let's. If we get a transcript, we get a transcript. We have pointer.
Missing.
Oh. User. Laser. Really? You, but now we couldn't pull it up here with that. So we got to go. Now it's day 20, right? Yes, day 20. 25 hours into it. Hours into hers.
On the side there. A little bit.
Return up, please.
White on the side.
See, even she's seeing the white on the side. Listen.
Can't clearly see the back.
Can't really see the back. Can see the white on the side. I heard her say.
Skipping. People are mysteriously changing location.
I heard her say white on the side.
Can't clearly see the back. Can't clearly see the back. Can't quite see what's going on with the lights there.
There it is, right there.
Thank you.
So it looks like we have a little bit of white on the side there.
So, yeah, I mean, when you're looking at this picture, it is the passenger side of the car where the damage supposedly is. Have to find it. Where did they? I know it was day 20. I'm not crazy. There's that other stupid video.
can't see it in that blue is
I gotta see, when does she start? She starts court 28 minutes in. So I'm at 5:32. 5:32:56. How long does it take for her to get to court? About the same amount of time. So, okay. So at 5:32:57. Okay. So got to be somewhere around that 5:30 something mark. We're on day 20 and she's on day 20. I'm so, what in the world's going on?
Yeah, near the tail light.
Day 21. Okay, so that's when he, oh yeah, there's multiple places. There's multiple times in this video where weird stuff, and then the guy walking out of the fog, as Pukey put it. Where does Lolly talk about?
I can't see it in that blue is not a good contrast.
Maybe she doesn't have it. I don't know.
Doesn't look like it because that viewer didn't die. That, how could that not? How could that not come out on cross? That's pretty important.
Okay, you know what? I'm giving up on Andrea. Go to a different one. Brandy. We'll do Brandy on day 20. Then I wanted to get into a little bit of the...
With this vehicle in
Of course, I'm right at the point on Brandy's. I should have just gone to Brandy's for the beginning with. All right. Okay, there. Yep. All right, back up. 15. Go full screen. Board. That.
Remember exactly who else was present at this moment in time.
If you could start using the laser pointer before you just direct your attention to where you observe yourself and where you observe the Proctor.
That's Trooper Proctor and myself. Yeah.
At any point in time when you were present with this vehicle in the Sally Port garage.
All right, that's all I want. Okay, so now that's me. That's Trooper Proctor. That's okay. Now I want to get the next thing I want to get is the true and accurate. When he says, "Is this a true, accurate representation of what you saw that day in the Sally Port with the car?" So let's see if we can find that. Okay, true. Accurate. Nope. All right. How about accurate? Okay.
Accuracy of that timestamp when you retrieve that video.
That's when he's talking about all the beverages she consumed because he's
Accurate
got
to real
super
time.
eyes. Got super eyes. I can see that she poured a shot into her glass. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Might have to do a little more listening. All right. Buki. All right. So that's right. Lolly hands him the Holly. Holly.
Approach, Your Honor.
Yes.
May I approach, Your Honor? I think this is it right here. Got a disc, and he gives him the disc. He says, this is the disc I gave the
You recognize that, sir? Yes, I do. And what do you recognize that to be? The Canton Police Department driveway with video. And what's contained on that is that fair and accurate portrayal of yourself in the tow truck pulling into the Canton Police Department driveway on that afternoon or early evening of January 29th. Yes, it is.
Okay, we're going to get that. All right, so that is. All right, we're still day 20. Right. He is 5:44:49. We're going to go ahead and cut this out, and then we'll find a couple more. And you'll see when we get down to editing, it's going to go. We're going to cut a lot more of that out, actually. All right, let's see. Give him the disc already. Nope, right there. I want the whole thing, and then we'll screen. Board. Play.
I'm showing you a disc. Just have to look at that, look up when you finish. You recognize that, sir? Yes, I do. And what do you recognize that to be? The Canton Police Department driveway with video. And what's contained on that is that fair and accurate portrayal of yourself in the tow truck pulling into the Canton Police Department driveway on that afternoon or early evening of January 29th. Yes, it is. May I approach, Ron?
Yes.
All right, got that. Okay, so let's find one more to use. Who are we gonna... Try a Bronco one. Right. Now that we know the terminology, maybe we could pull it up. So fair and
Is that fair and accurate portrayal of the condition as far as the snow or ice or anything you observe on that vehicle when it came into the Sally Port garage?
Yes, it is.
Just gonna if you could take from there.
oh, he says. Oh, disc. I'm going to hand you a disc. Oh, no disc. How about disc? Is that how you spell disc? All right. Oh, discard. Gus. All right. Darn it. Do some searching here. Oh, maybe because he does a recap. So that's a recap. So, okay. Let's See,
One of the most
does
serious of crimes.
I don't think he had it live either, so maybe we'll try and get an Andrea one on this one. Okay, day 20.
Watch this now.
Afternoon or early evening.
Okay, there we go. Disc. Got it. That. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. Lolly's just like. But if anything, can you tell me about who anyone was driving the ambulance as far as the snow? Did the tracks of the ambulance, what if anything, did the tires roll through the snow? And if the snow got on the tires, what if anything caused the ambulance to tip over? All right, record this. Here we go. Funny because you guys can't. I'm noticing that you can't see this box up here. I have when you turn on Windows, I see that there. Start recording. So Windows Game Bar, basically, you can just do a screen record, and so that's what I use. Is just a Windows Game Bar thing. But it's funny that you can't see it. It's hidden. That's neat. All right. Start recording, and then we hit play.
Yes, I have.
There we go.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'll record a little more of this than we need to, but it's fine. It works.
I'm showing you a disc. Just have to look at that, look up when you finish. You recognize that, sir? Yes, I do. And what do you recognize that to be? The Canton Police Department driveway with video. And what's contained on that is that Farinacker portrayal of yourself in the tow truck pulling into the Canton Police Department driveway on that afternoon or early evening of January 29th. Yes, it is. May I approach, Ron?
Yes.
Almost.
Okay, there we go. All right, now we need to get. What do we want to get as far as the mirrored part? Okay, so
there was two individuals in the rear of the vehicle.
I've now got it in my notes.
And you said never.
Says access to.
I was asked if at any point Trooper Proctor and I had came into contact, I believe, or touched the vehicle.
all right. What do I want? This part is what takes so long is just getting the right pieces, getting the right moments of the trial.
And yes, Chad, we were talking about the number 4 yesterday and the writing on the police vehicle, which means that if it's mirrored, then it would be the driver's side, not the passenger side towards us, which is confusing.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she's 100% right. It is confusing as yes. Trust me, I say that word all the time. I just, like I said earlier, working towards getting our monetization. So I don't want to bring anything up. And we're only 50 minutes into this recording anyway. So anyway.
Why would you do it that way? Why would it be exported that way?
I mean, she said it anyway, so.
Why is it so blurry? I have so many questions. So,
Can we play at this point?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Mirror collection, although
Right.
mirrors.
so,
Can we play at this point?
Yes.
All right, that
or at least it looks
shows
to be the trunk to me.
Vehicle coming into the Sallyport, and we're looking at which side of the vehicle.
So that is the driver's side of the vehicle. What that video depicts is a mirror collection. Although
Right.
mirrors are accurate representation of what you're seeing, it's just inverted. So that is the driver's side of the vehicle.
Say it with me, chat. Because I was inverted.
Do not know why it is inverted, but that's the way it was presented, collected and presented from Canton Police.
Can you see a timestamp or a time and date stamp on the
Well, at
bottom
least
of
we've
that?
cleared that up.
Okay, I think just got to listen to some of this because I think we'll do Andreas. Okay, so what day was that? That's day 21. Day 21. I don't know exactly what I want to get yet. I know because they argued about, whoa, it's mirrored, but it's still showing you what happened. Then you get all the state stooges that come out on X and go, oh yeah, no, it's no big deal. It's just mirror. It's just, it is a big deal. It's a big deal. Excuse me. When you show the jury one thing and it's completely backwards, it's a big deal. Everybody that is honest understands that looking at the driver's side, but your brain telling you it's the passenger side makes it a big deal. Okay.
Interest in that Sallyport video because, yeah, guys, looks like it got mirrored. Mirrored, or are you not?
Collection, although mirrors are.
Court's permission, can we play
This was where they started here.
The vehicle coming into the Sallyport, and we're looking at which side of the vehicle.
So that is the driver's side of the vehicle. What that video depicts is a mirror collection. Although mirrors are accurate representation of what you're seeing, it's just inverted. So that is the driver's side of the vehicle.
Feel the need to point
I
that out.
do not know why it is inverted, but that's the way it was presented, collected and presented from Canton Police.
Can you see a timestamp?
They need to point that out in your direct.
It's in blue.
I cannot know.
Does it appear?
Backward. Where are we at? We're at 242.34. So day 21. 242.34. I remember to write notes because I might want to come back to this. And then I start skipping around. And here we go. This is
The numbers in the mirror image, yes.
I just wanted to make the point. Everything in this video is completely back, correct?
It's not backwards, it's mirrored, reversed.
there we go. That's he started. Oh no, it's not backwards. You see, it's mirrored. Mirrored. It's that I'll show you what it is here. This is what it is. Actually, yeah, don't get the hell out of here.
You can look at The numbers in the mirror image, yes.
I just wanted to make the point. Everything in this video is completely back, correct?
It's not backwards, it's mirrored, reversed. You can look yourself in the mirror.
Actually, it's not backwards, it's mirrored, see? Just say it's, you know, you're going to argue this and the jury's going to look at you like, really? That's the hill you're going to die on there, Buki? Mirrors. It's not backwards. It's mirrored. Shut. Oh, all right. Hey, I got to step away for one moment. I'll be right back. And it. Okay. Weird. Okay, so let's go ahead. I just want to get this whole thing here. I'm going to cut this up, but go ahead and get it from Andrea and then get it from one other person. I might switch to.
Garage came down?
All right.
Yes,
You see a number on the garage?
Roll that.
I do.
Is that correct?
What is correct?
Does the number appear correct? How do you make it 4?
No, the numbers in the mirror image, yes.
I just wanted
How do you
to
make a
the point.
4?
Everything in this video is completely back, correct?
It's not backwards, it's mirrored, reversed. You can look yourself in the mirror in the morning, you still see your own face. It's not backwards.
But my mirror image is not an accurate depiction of who I am. My
Check.
actual physical appearance
Right there.
is who I am, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
A mirror image, Sergeant, is not an accurate video of this, is it?
Objection.
It's a mirror image by definition.
Sustained. Ask it differently, Mr. Jackson.
This is your standard for accuracy, Trooper Buki?
I would like to mark.
All right, there we go. Okay. All right, that's plenty right there. Okay. Where are we at? All right, let's see what Mr. Glare said about this. Back here. Oh, he wasn't streaming that day, was he? Okay. All right. He wasn't streaming that day, so and got some remix lighting here.
Play that.
Can I get a transcript? Mirror.
Mirrors, buddy.
It appears that way, yes.
When they
We were to. It's backward, correct?
It is mirrored, correct.
That's a good indication that this is an inverted video, right?
smoke and mirrors, buddy.
It appears that way, yes.
When
If we were to
they
to
accuse.
fast
That's
forward.
what I loved about Vinny. The prosecution accused the defense of using smoke and mirrors.
There's a portion of that video that was deleted. What's missing?
Depicted in our fraudulent video.
The car. Corner of the car. Do you see a person's head there?
It appears as if someone's still there.
And that person is located at or near what portion of the car?
In real life or as it's depicted?
In real life.
Oh, that's so good. All right, we got to get that. Finding these little moments that are so good. All right, here we go.
Located at or near what portion of the car?
In real life or as it's depicted?
In real life or as it's depicted.
In real life. Near
In real
the,
life, bud. No, as it's depicted. I mean, that just shows you the fraud. He just admitted that it's fraudulent. In real life or how it's depicted in our fraudulent video.
I mean, it just for him to get on there and argue, well, it's not backwards, it's mirrored. And then for this question to come up, well, what part of the car are they at? Well, you mean as it's depicted or in real life? Insane. Absolutely insane.
Matter of fact, standing there hovering around it, correct? Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see what we got from here. Is this day 20? So this is when Lolly's on the stand.
So that's
If he picked up on it or not. Let's see.
yes, the number 4. Look at the writing on the car next to it. Yes. So I think it's mirrored.
This was the first day when everybody's looking at this going, what is going on? Is it backwards? Is it what? How is it not? What is? And everybody's just so confused as to why is this happening? What is going on here?
The weird stuff that happens in this case. You never know what's coming next. So we're going to talk about how weird it is. Then we're going to talk about if it matters. What to make about this. So we're going to discuss it as a family here on the channel. But, and I'm going to put Sue's comment up now. But the weird stuff that happens in this case. You never know what's coming next. So we're going to talk about how weird it is. Then we're going to talk about if it matters. This is very clearly to me a flipped video. And
I want that. I want that. You never know what's going to come next. I probably won't use much of this, but I'm going to use this. Too good.
the weird stuff that happens in this case. You never know what's coming next. So we're going to talk about how weird it is. Then we're going to talk about if it matters. This is very clearly to me a flipped video.
Okay.
And the first and most important indication is the car gets driven in and only one person gets out. So take a look at the door closest to us, but then also take a look at the door and the window on the far side of the car.
Okay.
That's all you need to
That's Paul
do.
right
Just
there. Let's
establish.
see.
You can.
Is he right in the? Oh, is he right there in the front? That him right there?
See, Trooper Buki.
I think it is, isn't it?
I would like to mark
Him right there, isn't it? Nice. That is cool. Okay, folks. Hey, I need to take one more quick break. I'll be right back. Let's play.
That's all you need to do. Just establish.
Right,
You
relief.
consider
Okay.
this accurate.
Okay. Oh,
This thing that shows
Wait,
what looks to be the passenger side is actually the driver's side, and that's accurate enough by your standards.
yeah, all right. That's awesome. That is way cool. Okay, so I have to take a moment here real quick. Do something, and you guys can come along on this journey with me. So, as you know, there was some other legal shenanigans today that happened with yesterday with the young thug case, where the judge and again, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, no idea. But it just does seem weird that a judge would meet with the prosecutor and a witness in a case without the defense attorney. And if what happened during that thing said, if the witness supposedly confessed to another murder that would have made the other person innocent, which, you know, who knows for sure, but the defense person's got to be there. So I made a statement that I was being facetious because, you know, this Thugger Daily posted Judge Glanville. This is really screwed up. So Judge Glanville scheduled a hearing for the 25th of June to discuss the ex parte meeting and determine if any other lawyers should be held in contempt for disclosing information of the meeting. So, not that he had the meeting, he's angry that people found out and he got told on. So I So this person said, is he going to have to answer for the ex parte meeting? And my comment to that was, well, the state investigated the state, and the state has declared that the state has done nothing wrong. Obviously being facetious, obviously being hyperbolic, but some people don't get that. And so this person comes back and says, man, you all will say anything to get views and likes. They haven't even discussed the precinct ex parte yet. And so I went, really? That's what you're thinking. So then I said, I have an honest question for you. What do you think the meaning of my post is? Can you break it down what you think I'm saying and in what context? And they said, you were saying that the state came up with the verdict that they found no wrongdoings in the illegal meeting that is being held. So I'm going to have to answer Mr. Curve in Ocean Paradise, or also Colston _ BBC, which I don't know if I want to click on the profile picture. But anyway, we're going to have to respond. So yeah, no, it is a huge, and then the thing is this guy is going on as like nothing is going to be done. And he obviously might be right, because in order for something to be done about it, somebody has to step up. Who is that authority? Is that authority the governor? Is that authority another judge? Is that authority the appeal judge? Who goes to that appeal judge? How far does this go before it's appealed? These are all questions that we're going to find out. But it shouldn't get here in the first place, because judges should not have secret meetings with prosecutors and witnesses. If when that starts, that's when we start losing our rights. And all these people might be horrible people, and they might be the worst people, and they might have done horrible things, which I'm sure they have. But everybody is entitled to a vigorous defense. And the stuff we've seen the state do over the last 6 years, the more and more, you just can't trust them. And the state is a broad category of all kinds of entities. So I'm going to have to reply. So while you're technically correct, that was not meaning my post. Some people still say tweet. I'm trying to say post. I don't know. I don't know what's the right thing. It's not called Twitter anymore. It's called X. These are posts. They're not tweets anymore. So I don't know. Am I conforming? Yeah, I guess so. Whatever. You still got to have a little bit of a conformer in you, right? All right. So that was not the meaning of my post. I was using hyperbole, try and express the absurdity and the lack real phrasing this. Yeah, that is the thing, is there's no sarcasm font. Sarcasm in written word is one of the hardest things to do. I figured the state investigated the state, and the state has declared that the state has done nothing wrong. I thought, how can you find anything but sarcasm in that? You just can't. You can't. It would be very difficult to find anything but sarcasm in that sentence. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right. The wreck of real consequences for this judge. I was using sarcasm and agree This is an egregious illegal meeting. All right. At first I'm like, I'm just going to ignore this person, and I'm going to then I'm like, I gotta know what they were thinking. So you're technically correct. That was not the meaning of my post. I was using hyperbole to try and express the absurdity and the lack of real consequences for this judge. I was using sarcasm and agree that this is an egregious illegal meeting. All right, there we go. Oh man, Twitter is fun. Nope. Okay.
Yellow.
All right.
A dark blue.
No.
This one is says skin.
I have one in peach and one in yellow. I don't care. You pick. Aren't there?
Yeah, 4 items.
Oh, okay. So do 2 in yellow and 2 in peach, and pick whatever you want. Just no blue, because no blue. It's so many people watching this trial, and so many people. Oh, so hey, Michael. So that thing I was telling you about earlier. Here, let me go. I'll give you the kind of the rundown here real quick, since we're online. We're talking about it anyway. So the Young Thug trial. This guy is on trial. There's a witness that's saying that they don't want to testify. They're going to plead the fifth. So I guess the judge and the prosecutor have a ex parte meeting with the witness without the defense. Completely without the defense. It comes out that they think it's one of the attorneys for this person that told the defense lawyer that, hey, the judge is having secret meetings with a witness without informing you. But guess what the judge does?
He's himself.
He holds the defense lawyer in contempt and throws him in jail because he won't reveal his source. Yeah. Welcome to Fulton County, Georgia, where laws don't apply. Yeah. Yeah. And on the 25th, he has a hearing set up to figure out if anybody else needs to be held in contempt to go to jail for telling on him for having a secret meeting with a witness.
You mean like telling on him to the Judicial Council?
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Grab me a water out of the fridge. Lose my headphones. Thank you, sir. Sure. Michael, everybody.
Hello.
You could hear him.
Who are you online with?
A bunch of my friends. Or a few friends. I can't say a bunch. A few friends. Okay, back to this. I had to do that a little. Are we really getting to this point where judges think they have? There are a lot of good judges out there, and I've seen them on different trials, but my goodness, that is just. What's that? No, there's absolutely still rules for that. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. So now, all right, back to this. Back to the thing. We got to get some comment. We got to.
With this vehicle, in the Sally Port garage.
All right. So I want to see what did she say? All right. I want to go to day 22.
To me, seems to be where the tow truck is pointing, like where the lights of the tow truck is pointing, but there might be both doorways look like one is daylight and the other is dead of night. The daylight
Yes.
to me seems to be where the tow truck is pointing, like where the
Mhm.
lights of the tow truck is pointing, but there might be a light out there. But yes, it is getting dark, and the snow is basically falling into the Sally Port. Yeah, it's coming. It's definitely coming in that way. And
about the accuracy of this video, and at that time,
there's
for the
so much
first
left to
time,
his
you said
testimony in this
it
flip to
appeared
video.
accurate questions. You recall that?
Oh yeah, he does.
I do.
And then I began asking, and then it was my turn to ask you that this video was inverted. You also, under direct examination, did not mention that this video was inverted. Did you?
Did not know.
And then it was my turn to ask you questions. You recall that?
Oh yeah, he does.
I do.
And then I began asking you about the accuracy of this video, and at that
Yes.
time,
There's
for the
Oh, yeah.
first time,
Left to his-
Oh, Ashley Merchant is a badass, and she's pretty soon she's going to be able to write her own ticket.
testimony in this
it
flip to
appears
video.
that it is a
We are
mirror
never
image.
moving on
It's
from.
an inverted video, correct?
Yes, he did.
I advised
Swiftly.
you that it is a mirrored image at that point, correct?
Why? 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 And did you talk to Mr.
Mm. Thank you very much. Oh, gee, Christmas. Oh, okay. There's a whole bunch in the glass one, but this will work. Thank you. Oh yeah, I got the. I thought I was getting this, but instead I got this. Take it. That one on the thing. She is so wonderful. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey Michael. So one more thing. Got to come back. Right now, tell him. So when the judge did this, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So when the judge did this, 25 defense attorneys came to the courtroom, and I guess they got locked out of the courtroom and just basically said they weren't going anywhere until this is messed up. And then he had, there are different rules between civil contempt and criminal contempt. And so and he hadn't, basically he couldn't really hold him, indefinitely and so basically, so do you know who Ashley Merchant is? She's the attorney that discovered the Willis affair. Okay, so she's the one that's been doing a lot of the testimony and the questioning as far as this Wade Fanning thing. She testified in front of the Georgia Senate. She actually got in to speak to the judge, and basically right now this judge is still saying this guy has to spend his weekends in jail until he tells him who his source is for ratting him out for having a secret meeting with a witness. And so my big problem with this is it is all kinds of messed up. Where's the repercussions though? Somebody has to step up and say, no, you're wrong. You can't do this. What is that authority? Who has that authority? Is it the governor? Is it right?
Or are retained?
Right.
It kind of sucks.
To complicate the thing, this is a Fulton County judge. This is an Atlanta judge. So who has jurisdiction over the Fulton County judge? Is it the state agency? Is it the bar? I mean, you would think so, but so far it's just happening. So far, nobody has stepped in and said, no, you can't do this. Yes. Yeah, exactly. No. But oh yeah, no, exactly. But if we did have sheriffs, would You want the sheriff because if the police stop you, they would be violating the treaty that we have with Alaska. Because the sheriff is the only elected official, so they're the only lawman that can.
Mr. Lally, about that testimony.
Would you agree with me now, as you sit here, that this video, as we're looking at it, is not a true and accurate depiction of what you viewed in that Sallyport that
Oh,
night?
you're going to fight over if
I would not agree with you,
mirrors
no.
true and
You
accurate.
believe that what the jurors are
Again.
seeing right here is a true and accurate, true and accurate surveillance footage of the Sallyport that night,
Yes, it's just mirrored.
which means
Oh, you're going to fight over if
I would not agree with you,
mirrors
no.
true and
you
accurate.
believe that what the jurors are
Again.
seeing right here is a true and accurate, surveillance footage of the Sallyport that night,
Yes, it's just mirrored.
which means what's left is right and what's right is left, correct?
Which can leave an
Correct.
inaccurate impression.
If the jurors were actually standing where the camera is recording, which it's recording all accurate depiction of activity and events taking place, the back of the vehicle would be on the right and the front of the vehicle would be on the left, but all activity is accurately depicted in the video.
So, in point of fact, everything in this video,
It's
every
backwards.
bit of it, is reversed, correct?
It's just a mirror image.
So
It's
it's not
flipped.
accurate, is it?
It's an accurate depiction of what is taking place.
Sergeant Buki, if I were to ask,
They're gonna they are gonna fight over the definition of the word
is not a true and accurate depiction of what you viewed in that Sallyport that night.
I would not agree with you, no.
You believe that what the jurors are seeing right here is a true and accurate, surveillance footage of the Sallyport that night,
Yes, it's just mirrored.
which means what's left is right and what's right is left, correct?
Correct. Events taking place around the vehicle would be on.
Oh, all activity is actively depicted in the video when it's mirrored. So let's play around with that, because as it turns out, so we're wondering, Lamb and Bev speed the, one thing to point, because it shows it inverting for me. Okay, I'm just trying to. All right, so much for my demo. It's only I had a great demo planned with the mirror.
Hello. Okay. I probably pulled the cord out a little bit.
Mirror feature that just doesn't.
All right, good. Well, now you can hear me. Oh my goodness.
You know,
All right, so
mirrored image where they were acting odd near the broken tail light, but the reversed video makes it appear as if they're not near it. Exactly that.
I want to get that just a little bit because that.
All right, we're gonna jump ahead a little bit here, and I'm going to insmall it again. Yeah, the big deal is that they were acting odd near the broken tail light, but the reversed video makes it appear as if they're not near it. Exactly that.
100%.
Right?
100%.
That's exactly it. Is you know, if I say I never touched it with my right hand and I'm using a mirrored image where in fact I am touching it with my right hand, that is a big deal. Okay.
All right.
So I think this is the long part here.
And we haven't got any Mel stuff yet, have we? We haven't got any Melanie. All right, let's get some Melanie thoughts on mirrored cars. We should probably get some of the, when everybody is trying to figure it out, because day 21, as the day wore on, they showed the video and then things kind of weren't making sense. And then they picked up the 4. Oops, excuse me. And they picked up the 4 and they picked up the car. By the end of the day, Jackson figured it out that wasn't what it was supposed to be.
I can't tell because of what the head is. I just know Trooper Proctor was wearing a black hat.
Which the person in that in the video to the left, to the rear of the car, is wearing a black hat, correct?
I can't tell. I don't want to be locked into a statement where later on you show me that it's somebody else magically. I can't testify to that.
There's no magic about this. It's your testimony. I'm just asking you what you see.
I don't see that, no.
Play at this point.
Untangle this mess because I have Kurt from Uncivil Law here.
The opposite side of the appear to be going to.
And let's see what happens on day 22.
Discovery, a motion to exclude defendant's expert, Dr. Marie
Oh,
Russell.
that was okay, yeah. Probably get a little bit of that, but I'm not in the mood to listen to that.
Just jump.
Which area of the vehicle, the right or the left, in real life, not on this video?
In real
area, the person that was toward the back. You see where the person that was toward the back of the vehicle went in this video?
It appeared they went behind the vehicle.
Is this where he says real life or yeah. See her reaction to that. Goodness. Could you write a script that would follows how this trial has been? Could you write this in a script? Say there's this trial. We're going to have this trial where everything is completely screwy. We're going to have cops with leaf blowers. We're going to have, we still haven't got to the part where supposedly he lost multiple liters of blood and they found a few drops. We still haven't gotten to that part yet. We have no real medical testimony. We just have Dr. Buki's testimony, which not actually a doctor. He probably stayed at a Holiday Inn Express the night before he testified. That is why he could use those medical terms like hematoma or whatever. That was probably it. What was I looking for? Real life. Real life?
Behind the vehicle.
be which area of the vehicle, the right or the left, in real life, not on this video?
In real life, it would be the right rear portion of the vehicle.
Toward the taillight area.
That quarter panel, correct?
When you have to say in real life, there's something wrong with your evidence, right?
Oh, I knew Melanie come through. Right there. That is okay. We're gonna start from there. Screen, turn off the search. Go with that. Start.
See, you
Yep.
just jump.
You see where the person that was toward the back of the vehicle went in this video?
It appeared they went behind the vehicle.
Which would be which area of the vehicle, the right or the left, in real life, not on this video?
In real life, it would be the right rear portion of the vehicle.
Toward the taillight area.
That quarter panel, correct?
When you have to say in real life, there's something wrong with your evidence, right?
Let's go ahead and play it.
Oh, that's so perfect. Oh, that is just You know, I forgot about some of this because I was worried about this. I mean, I want to on these videos, I want to just point out the absurd. And we are at the level of absurd. But man alive, this is the part I'm not looking forward to. I don't know how.
Doesn't want people stating the grounds for their objections because
I
she's
agree.
going to decide.
Camera, so when was it that you arrived in relation to Sergeant Buchanan?
That can't.
I mean,
Glaze over that. You know, it's broken. It's
As
unbelievable.
far as putting that cell phone in what you described as airplane mode, what is the purpose?
Is laid out on top of butcher paper to dry out in our evidence intake area.
yeah. I wasn't sure. I haven't caught really his testimony and everything. I wasn't sure how much they asked him about the actual evidence stuff that they did. So what do we got here?
Yeah.
I advised you that it is a mirrored image at that point, correct?
Yeah, it's a deliberate misrepresentation to the jury, and they're not going to like it.
Okay, here we go. Record this a little bit. Go.
Questions. You recall that?
I do.
And then I began asking you questions.
Yeah,
about
I mean,
accuracy of this video, and at that time, for the first time, you said it appears that it is a mirror image. It's an inverted video, correct?
Yeah.
I advised you that it is a mirrored image at that point, correct?
Yeah, it's a deliberate misrepresentation to the jury, and they're not going to like it.
All right, cool. I like that. Right. And then we had I guess there was like between Buchanan and Proctor, wasn't there a quick police witness that testified about the taillight? Buchanan. All right, how many? What do we got here? See my cat. I'm glad that I can do this now. Last week I couldn't do this, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I got enough car stuff. I got enough mirror car stuff. You know what? I'm okay. I think the last thing I'm going to do this evening, because I don't want to get into Proctor right now because I just don't have the stomach for it, because that's just It's just next level. I mean, just this stuff. The judge in Texas, this judge here, Lolly is just. I mean, I think he could be this inept. I really do. I don't. I think maybe there's a reason. Maybe it's the reverse of Marsha Clark. Like, Marsha Clark kind of forced her way onto the OJ case. Maybe the state decided that Lolly was perfect for this case because they knew he couldn't do it. I don't know. Possible. Anything's possible. So now what I want to do, got so many, get to the, okay, so now let's find the, find some pictures that we can use for our intro, because I have a really cool intro for this video. What we're going to do is we're going to show now, oops. So my opening, my thoughts are for the opening of this video. Oh yeah. He says cracked and missing a little piece, and then Proctor got upstairs and said the opposite. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I figure I will capture some of that. But my opening for this video is to show some of the famous people who kind of shaped the country, basically, that came from Massachusetts, and John Adams comes to mind. I mean, he's the second president. He was basically the father of the Bill of Rights. And then, so let's see, let's get an image. White House. Whitehouse.gov. Perfect. All right. Should be public domain if this is from the White House. What I'm going with anyway. All right. What are we going to call this? What are we going to call this video? I haven't even got my name yet. I think we're just going to start out with it's all backwards because everything's backwards in this damn thing. Okay. Oh, screens. Dave, John Adams. Right. And behind me on the wall, there's some replicas of like the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. So I think I'm going to take some pictures of those too. Use that in the video intro as well. It's going to be a little departure from what we've done in the past, but I think it's going to be fun. Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking too. If he's not working for the feds, dual then he is definitely thorough in this case because they have to know that they have gone trial for 6 weeks without presenting any evidence of what happened. There has been no evidence presented. happened. So next, all right. So who else we're gonna go with? We're gonna go with Betsy Ross. Betsy Ross? No. Wasn't Betsy Ross. Who was it? Famous Massachusetts. Bulls. All right, list of people from Massachusetts was down the picks. No, civil rights. Civil rights. That's what I want. Susan B. Anthony. Susan B. Anthony was from. Oh, that's. Hey, why I'm laughing here. So Susan B. Anthony, one of the leaders of the suffrage movement, and then now for Massachusetts people that are in charge, you've got Proctor. You go from John Adams, the father of the Bill of Rights, Susan B. Anthony, leader of the woman suffrage movement. Now we have Trooper Proctor, and I know that we're talking about people on two different levels, right? But we never know. I said this the other day too, in something I wrote, that you never know when it's your time in the spotlight. You never know when time is going to shine down upon you. And so how do you want to be remembered? Right? What are you going to be remembered for? Are you going to be remembered for things like this, like leading the women's suffrage movement? Are you going to be remembered for text messages talking about someone in very, very unflattering, put it mildly, terms? Yes. Everybody's going to have their moment. How do you want your moment to be? So let's see. This is from National Women's History Museum. Gotta find a good picture and one that is not. I've got a subscription to Artlist. Let's just look. Maybe Artlist has got something on there and I didn't know about it. I am a member. And of course, that's not really. Pensions aren't working either. All right. Sorry, guys. Gotta deal with computer silliness here. A moment. There we go. A while back to a password manager. I really like it, but it does take a few more steps to log into things. This is for sure. Oh, nope, that's not. Looked. Yeah, so I switched to this password manager and I really like it. And so, okay. And then I go and just, save my password in Google because why not? All right. So Patrick. John Adams. What the fuck is Patrick Adams? Oops. Pause that. Good thing I have, permission for all of these songs, so it doesn't matter. Footage. Let's look at footage. On Adam's footage. What is this? How about Founding Fathers? What's Founding Fathers? Things. Let's see. None of those are John Adams, right? But yeah. That's okay. We have tricks. We can take a standard picture and make it look like it's moving. Well, all right. We got to find one that is. Media. No. Oh yeah. So basically the idea is to get like John Adams and Susan B. Anthony, John F. Kennedy, kind of juxtapose those pictures up, and then we get folks like Buki and Proctor. Kind of cool. Definitely. Or definitely is copyrighted. I think there would be a kind of a cool picture, but it's not very good quality. All right. Well, I know there's a John F. Kennedy, and I'm going to have to work on the Susan B. Anthony. Work on that. But I know for sure there is a good John F. Kennedy, not John F. Kennedy Jr. There's a good picture. In the car? No, not doing the car. Let's not doing the car. The Harry Potter post. Oh yeah. No, it's crazy. That's kind of cool. A nice picture, isn't it? And he's with okay. Yep. It one right there. AFK Jackie Kennedy. That is a beautiful picture. Dang. Oops. But the character in there that you can't put in when you put a name of a file. You can't put / in because then it looks for a new directory. All right. Kind of cool too. Let's get that one as well. Let's just get a couple Susan ones and then we'll go from there. Right. I mean, nobody's really watching my channel. Well, no, I can't say it. There's a few people. I appreciate every view that we get. Been a lot of fun. That's not Susan B. Anthony. SBA in the house. Susan B. Anthony, SBA. Save this one. Cut off. Dang it. A serious look to her, didn't she? She was not messing around. B. Anthony was not messing around. One I could just buy it. Tiny. To turn the front. And she's like, nope. Serious. Serious. Like that one. All right. Use those as a WebB files. Adams one. Oh. All right, let's get another John Adams one. Not John Adams Morgan. What the heck was that? Oh my goodness. That's a good one right there. We can do a lot with that. Yes. Okay. I'll see you later. Right. You know what? We're hitting the 2-hour mark. It's 8 o'clock here in Alaska. I think I'm going to head home. Go home, eat some salmon, because that's what we do here. Actually, really am going to eat some salmon tonight. So, freezer salmon. Come out of the freezer earlier, so that's all good. I was thinking it's about time to go get some more. Probably go get some halibut too. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. Thank you very much. Patty, thank you for all of the wonderful dialogue back and forth. That's been wonderful. And tomorrow night, we're actually going to do a film shoot for our show that we're trying to make, that we've been making for almost a year. The whole reason we started this big endeavor was to make this show. And we bite off a chunk here and there. But this also, this gives me a chance to, these other videos give me a chance to hone my my editing skills. So really helping that. And so, but it's been fun, you get to hang out with friends and you get to do new things. So, but yeah, we're going to shoot one of our scenes tomorrow night of our 2 federal agents interrogating one of the suspects. But we'll get into that more of that later. But anyway, all right, I'm going to go home. Thanks for hanging out. When I'm thinking I'll be back Thursday, because I'll go home. I'll get some more stuff tomorrow night. And then I think we'll do some editing here on Thursday. So stick around for that. And all right. Thank you very much.